Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
So, we saw that she is not quite achieving her woman optimal stable partner. Let's address this question first. That is, can a woman ensure her woman optimal partner by submitting a false complete list? So, this complete is very important because earlier it was indeed possible. Now, do you think this will be possible? So, suppose the woman has like infinite computing power and she performs exponentially many experiments. Okay, so if she collaborates with others, can they achieve woman optimal stable partners by submitting still complete lists? Okay, so in the earlier example, what was possibly the collaboration? Oops. Yes. So with truncated list, certainly they can achieve it. Just in fact, here just truncation at the first choice works. But now that they are not allowed to truncate, yes. So yeah. So instead of thinking of a way, maybe I should say that no, it is not going to be possible. So I will give a reason why, and then maybe it will look convincing. So let's say the men's preferences are like this. So A1 has B1 as the first choice and whatever as next. A2 has B2 and then whatever. So complete lists, but these are the first choices of men. And so on up to suppose AN. Right. So now here every man will propose only the woman of his first choice, and because they happen to be distinct, no woman will get any other proposal because there will be no rejection in the algorithm at all. Right. So here women's list won't matter. Let me make this a little smaller so that I can complete these lists. So let's say just 3. So let me just make it complete here. So B1, B2, B3, B2, B3, B1 and B1, B2. Okay, and let me write down now women's lists for this small example. So suppose B1 prefers A2, B2's first choice is A3 and B3's first choice is A1. Okay, and then A1 is her last, A2 is B2's last, A3 is B3's last, and whoever remains comes in between. Okay. So now you see that if men proposing Gale-Shapley is used, every man gets the first choice and women's list really don't matter. So women can really do nothing if they are not allowed to truncate their lists, because they are only going to get one proposal and there is no further, I mean it doesn't matter what their lists are. They accept the proposal that they get and that's all. So as before, this becomes the main optimal matching and this becomes the women optimal matching. So if you stare a little while, you will see that no matter how women permute their lists, if man proposing Gale-Shapley algorithm is used, they are not going to get their women optimal partners. In fact, they are not going to get any better partners than the man optimal ones. Because men are always going to propose according to their true lists, and the women have to accept the first proposal that they get. So the answer to this is no. And in fact, it seems that sometimes they cannot even improve by cheating. So in earlier example they could, in this example they cannot. Okay, so now let's again look at our example a little more closely. Sorry. Okay, this one. So in this new matching, when B1 used her pink list, is there any other woman who benefited? Compared to the man optimal partners? Say it again. Yes. So B5's man optimal partner was A3, but with this list B5 is getting A5. So A1 cheated, B1 cheated, but actually B5 has benefited. And has any woman got a worse partner than what she was getting in the man optimal matching earlier? Say it again. Yeah, so it is not. Yes. So in this example, certainly that has not happened. But as it turns out, if one woman cheats, she may get herself better, but no woman will get worse. So again we will write the reason for that. So intuitively, what could be the reason? Yes. But then now with changed lists, why some other matching doesn't become a stable one where some woman gets worse than her man optimal partner? I mean, maybe with the new lists, the false list, that matching becomes stable. So let me write down this question. Can a woman get a worse partner? So whenever I say better and worse, it is with respect to the man optimal partner with the true lists. So I will not always write this, but just remember that the worse and better are compared to the man optimal partners with the true lists. Worse partner because of other woman's cheating. So now this answer is again no, and let's justify it a little bit. See, some woman is cheating, but the men always have their true lists. So it is the men proposing Gale-Shapley algorithm that we are executing. So men will always send their proposals or make their proposals in the order of their true lists, right? So a woman who was getting a proposal from a man earlier is also going to get it now. Right? Only because some other woman has presented a false list, that woman is rejecting some people, and maybe this woman will get more proposals. So this cheating possibly give more proposals to women, but not less than what they were getting with the true lists. Just like we saw that B1 got a proposal from A3 which she was not getting earlier. So if at all they get more proposals, they have more choice. Right? So if the new proposal is from a worse man, they anyway have the choice to reject. If it is from a better man, they get better. So just like what happened to B5 in our example. Right? So here B5 did nothing, she did not cheat or anything, but just because B1 rejected someone, or rather B1 accepted someone temporarily, B5 actually got a better partner. So men propose according to their true lists. So each woman gets possibly more proposals when someone submits a false list. She is free to accept or reject this, so she can possibly get only better. So this is a very vague reason, but this is what the intuition behind this idea is, that if one woman cheat, other women have no reason to complain because they can only get better if at all. Yes? So let's see. So for example here, if A3 is the one who is actually suffering it, and in fact even A5. So what is it that they can possibly do? So A4 clearly has an incentive to propose to B1 because B3 is rejecting him, and then he does not want to skip B1 and go ahead because he will only be worse off if at all. But then if A4 proposes to B1, then for A5 apart from B1 there is only B5. So whether A5 proposes to B1 or not, A5 is going to land up with B5. But then if yeah, but then see, as long as B1 is not accepting A5, it is in best interest of A5 to go to B5. But whenever A5 goes to B5, A3 is going to get rejected and the next option for A3 is B1. So they will not be better off if they try to do anything else. They cannot get these top choices if B1 has this particular list. Yeah. And of course, it is very difficult to figure out that someone is cheating because, I mean, it's really not clear what is in your mind versus what you are writing. So sometimes we see that the secrecy is maintained about others' preferences when the central authority actually accepts preference list, and that secrecy is justified. So we don't have that much time, but I will just formalize this algorithm that we saw on this example and then we will stop. So the correctness proof is little more involved, and also like in the given time I don't think I can complete it. If you are interested, I can explain to you at some point, but right now I will just state the algorithm and we will stop with that. So whatever we already discussed, but just a summary of that algorithm. So we will write for one woman. So first step is, so let's say this cheating woman is B. So look at all proposals that B receives. Now for each man who proposes to B, so for each man A, put A in the front of B's current list. Okay. And then look at the new proposals received. Okay. So throughout these two steps, let's say N be the set of men who ever propose B. The best man for B from N is the best partner that she can get. So the intuition is that those who never propose her in this whole exercise, she cannot make them propose her, and hence she can never get them. And then anyway the best one among the ones who propose her, she is getting with this falsified list. So one can just prove that she cannot get anybody outside N who is better for her compared to everyone in N. Yes? Okay, so good. Let's say men and women together try to collaborate and cheat. So obviously all of them won't do that because all of them can't get better. So let's assume that a subset of men and a subset of women are trying to cheat. So let me just write down this question again. Can a subset of men and women collaborate to cheat? So this goes back to the case when we considered men's cheating. Okay, so let me go back to that. So this is the proof that I want to get on our screen. Okay, so men and women are trying to cheat, and this actually comes here because men are trying to get better partner than a man optimal one with the cooperation by some women. Okay, so again let's go back to this proof. We won't go over the whole proof but the crucial part of it. So what did we show? If men are trying to cheat alone, we can show a blocking pair for any matching which gives them a better partner. Right. So this matching M, which was giving men from X a better partner compared to their man optimal ones, actually has a blocking pair. So this cannot be a result of any stable matching algorithm, even with the cheating by these men. Now some women are also coming and collaborating with them. So can such a woman be in Y, or rather can such a woman be in M of X? Well, okay, let's just ask, can such a woman be in Y? Okay, so there is some A prime here and some B prime here. They are M naught partners. Well, no, I want them to be M partners. So can it happen that both these men, this man and this woman are getting better? So if that was the case, then this would have been a blocking pair with respect to M naught. Right. So if they are partners in the matching M and they are both getting better, then they will actually form a blocking pair with respect to the original matching, because now they are both getting better and earlier they had both worse partners. So as it turns out that this blocking pair which we showed earlier, that will still be shown among the truthful people. So in particular, these women in Y who were M naught partners of men in X. So because the men in X are getting better, these women have to get worse, or rather these men in X prefer their M partner, so their M naught partners have to prefer M naught. Does it make sense? in any pair, if one person prefers one matching, the other person has to prefer the other, otherwise that pair blocks that particular matching. So then this AB that we have shown here that it is a blocking pair, this will be there among the people who are submitting their true lists. So a short answer without going over the whole proof is that, so it is not very difficult to unfold the whole proof considering that some women are cheating, but those women cannot be in Y, and hence you can always exhibit a blocking pair which does not involve the cheating men and cheating women. So I am not elaborating on it right now, but so from the proof of men cannot cheat, one can, the same proof actually works, one can exhibit a blocking pair among truthful people. So the collaborating people cannot all get better, the same way in which we showed a blocking pair in the men cheating case, you can actually show a blocking pair even now. So I will not go over the whole proof right now because it will take some time, but this is indeed this. So there are actually more results on cheating strategies and how women can come together and like get even better than cheating alone, and also like what is called strategic equilibria for women, where so there are several results on this, but then we are not planning to present all of them. So here we will stop with the cheating strategies part for stable matchings, and tomorrow we will continue with some more extensions of this. So in particular we will consider, one of the things we will consider is the many to one matchings which actually appear in college admissions. And another issue that we will address is that of size. So although stable matchings are very nice, they can possibly be very small. So in particular we saw the example where A1 has B1 and B2 in his list, and A2 has just B1, and then B1 prefers A1 over A2, and A2 of course, sorry, B2 of course has only A1. So here the maximum matching has size 2, but a stable matching has size only 1. So A2 and B2 remain unmatched in a stable matching. So this size issue is what we will address in one of tomorrow's talks.